What's up, guide hunters? If you are looking for some of the rarest seeds and pets in Grow a Garden, you have probably heard about DLC codes and exclusive rewards. Today I will explain how these codes actually work, which items are worth chasing, and how you can use trading to get specific rewards without wasting your resources. DLC codes are connected to physical Grow a Garden merchandise, including pocket crop collectibles, sticker packs, toys, and other official branded products. The basic idea is simple. You buy an eligible product, redeem the code inside Grow a Garden, and then receive a roll from the available reward pool. The important thing to remember is that buying a product does not guarantee that you will get the rarest reward. The best items are placed at the lowest odds, so you should think of every code as a bonus roll rather than a guaranteed shortcut to a secret seed or rare pet. Before buying anything, make sure the product actually includes a code, because you should never assume that every physical item comes with one. If you already have an eligible product, redeeming the code is pretty straightforward. First, check that the package actually contains the code, then open Grow a Garden and go to the code redemption menu. Enter the code exactly as it is printed, and then check your inventory to see what you received. If a code does not work, there are a few things you should check before assuming it is broken. The code may have already been used, you may have entered a character incorrectly, or the product may not actually include the reward you expected. Region restrictions or a temporary problem with the redemption system can also be responsible, so it is worth checking those possibilities first. You should also be careful when buying physical products with codes. If the code area looks scratched or resealed, I would avoid it because there is a possibility that someone has already taken or used the code. A sealed product gives you much more confidence that the code has not already been redeemed. Now let's talk about the exclusive seeds, starting with Jungle Kiwano. This is a transcendent rarity seed with a price floor of around 240,000 and an average value of around 267,000. Its growth time is around 14 hours, while the fruit takes around 1 hour to grow. Jungle Kiwano is interesting because its rarity gives it strong trading value, even though it is not particularly impressive when you look only at farming speed. If your goal is profit per hour, this seed is not the strongest choice. If you are collecting rare items or looking for something with strong trade appeal, however, Jungle Kiwano becomes much more interesting. Another exclusive seed is Magma pepper. This one has prismatic rarity, and its appeal is more about visual value and showing off than pure farming output. When you compare these two seeds, Jungle Kiwano is mainly interesting for trading and collecting, while Magma pepper is more of a flex item for players who want something visually special. The reason these items can remain desirable is their availability. When a seed is tied to a limited code pool, players cannot simply rely on normal farming to get it whenever they want. That limited availability can keep demand high even when the actual farming output is not the best in the game. But for many players, the rare pets are probably even more interesting. The three pets we need to talk about are giant scorpion, blue whale, and shark. And these are not just cosmetic collectibles. Their passives can actually change how you use your garden. Giant scorpion is especially interesting if you already use pets with strong abilities and long cooldowns. Its passive refreshes the ability of your highest cooldown pet, and also gives you a small chance to get the venom mutation. That makes giant scorpion particularly useful in ability-focused setups, because refreshing a powerful ability can be much more valuable than simply adding another average pet. Blue whale takes a different approach. It eats heavy fruit and can trigger the whale water's weather. This makes it useful for players who want to focus on weather farming and have heavy fruit available in their garden. If you already have the right fruit for its ability, blue whale can provide a completely different type of utility compared with giant scorpion. Then, there is shark, which focuses on mutations. Its passive can transfer mutations from pets that have reached age 100 or higher. That makes shark a situational but useful choice for players who already have aged and mutated pets that they can use with the ability. So which one should you actually go for? If your garden already has strong pets with long cooldowns, Giant Scorpion is the most interesting choice because its ability Refresh can directly support your existing setup. If you are focused on weather farming, Blue Whale makes more sense, while Shark is better suited to a mutation-focused setup involving aged pets. One thing I would keep in mind is that a rare pet does not automatically make a basic garden powerful. If you are still building your core farming setup, you may not get the full value from these utility pets yet. It makes more sense to build a strong foundation first, and then add rare pets that complement the way you already play. Now comes the big question. Should you actually buy products just to get these DLC codes? For me, the answer depends on what you want. If you are a casual collector, and you would be happy owning the physical collectible even without getting a rare reward, buying a product can be a fun option. If you are a hardcore trader who only wants one specific pet, trading can make much more sense. Instead of buying multiple products and hoping for the right reward, you can look for someone who already owns the item you want and trade directly for it. This removes the random element from the process, although you still need to make sure you are getting a fair deal. Budget players should be especially careful with random pulls. Buying multiple products because you are chasing one specific reward can become expensive very quickly, while saving your resources and trading for the exact item you want can be more efficient. Trading does come with its own risks though. Before making a big trade, you should check whether the item is actually tradable, whether it is still obtainable through current codes, and whether demand is going up or down. You should also ask yourself whether the pet's passive actually fits your setup, or whether you are only interested because the item looks rare. This is especially important when a new exclusive item is released. Hype can push prices up very quickly, and the first prices you see may not represent the item's long-term value. If multiple sellers suddenly start offering the same pet, that can also mean the supply is increasing. So waiting before making a trade may give you a better opportunity. When you are trying to understand the value of an item, rarity is only one part of the picture. Utility can create real demand, especially when a pet has an ability that directly improves a strong setup. Visual appeal can attract collectors, while availability can affect the price as more players redeem active DLC codes and increase the supply. Hype is another huge factor. A newly released pet can look extremely expensive when everyone wants it at the same time. But once the excitement starts to settle and more players obtain the item, the market can change. That is why I would never overpay simply because something is currently being called rare. If you want the safest approach, start by checking the current reward pool before spending anything. Make sure you know exactly what you can receive and confirm that the product actually includes a code. If you are looking for one particular pet, consider trading instead of gambling on random pulls. And when you do trade, check current values through wikis and trade communities before making a major swap. You should also be patient with limited items. If you are dealing with a newly released reward, waiting can sometimes give the market time to settle. And if you are buying physical products, keeping the code sealed until you are ready to redeem, it can help you avoid accidentally losing its value. There are a few mistakes that can cost you a lot here. Buying large numbers of products just to chase one reward can drain your money quickly, while overpaying during the initial hype can leave you with an item that later becomes much easier to obtain. You should also avoid assuming that a rare pet is automatically useful, because rarity and utility are not always the same thing. The same goes for trading limited items too quickly. If you give away something that is difficult to replace, you may regret the trade later. And when you are dealing with sellers, be careful with random offers, especially when a deal feels rushed or too good to be true. So if you are deciding between DLC codes and trading, think about your actual goal. If you want the physical collectible, and would still enjoy it without the rare reward, the code can be worth trying. If you only want a specific seed or pet, Trading can give you a more direct path without relying on random rewards. For rare pets, I would focus on utility rather than simply choosing the one with the biggest rarity label. Giant Scorpion is a strong choice for ability-focused setups. Blue Whale is useful for weather farming. And Shark has a more specific role for players working with aged and mutated pets. And that is everything you need to know about getting secret seeds and rare pets through Grow a Garden DLC codes and trading. Take your time, check the current market, and remember that you do not need to chase every rare item just because it is difficult to obtain. If this guide helped you understand the DLC rewards and trading system, leave a like and subscribe for more Grow a Garden Roblox guides. Good luck with your next rare pull, and I will see you in the next one.